The system doesn't want you rich. It wants you to believe wealth is hard. But it's not. It's simple math. Today, I'm going to show you why you're poor and how to change it. Fast. Law 1. Follow the pain, not the passion. Most people think the key to success is passion. They're told, do what you love and the money will follow. That is a lie. Passion is for hobbies. It is for the weekends, for fun, not for creating real wealth. Wealth is not about doing what you enjoy. It is about solving problems. Big problems that hurt. Urgent problems that demand solutions. Problems that people are willing to pay a lot to fix. The more painful the problem, the more money flows to the person who solves it. Look at your own life for a moment. Most people are paid for their time, not for the impact they create. You clock in, do your task, clock out, and your paycheck is fixed. This is trading your life for money, and it is a losing game. The wealthy don't sell hours. They sell solutions to pain. That is why a heart surgeon earns tens of thousands of dollars for an hour of work, while a cleaner earns a fraction. The heart surgeon solves life or death pain. The cleaner solves minor inconveniences. One creates massive value, the other creates small value. If you are struggling financially, it is not because you are lazy or unlucky. It is because the problems you are solving are too small, too common, and too easy for anyone else to solve. You are replaceable. And if you are replaceable, you have no leverage over the system. You have no bargaining power. This is why the wealthy focus on problems that are urgent, expensive, and critical. They position themselves where the pain is greatest, and the reward naturally follows. Niccolo Machiavelli said, "Make yourself necessary. Don't ask to be loved. Make people need you." This is the core of leverage. Stop trying to be liked or approved. Stop trying to follow what you enjoy or what makes you feel comfortable. Start looking for problems that matter. Start asking, what pain can I solve that people cannot ignore? What problems are expensive enough that solving them makes me indispensable? When you do this, you move from being someone who trades hours for money to someone who commands power, influence, and wealth. Wealth begins with seeing where the pain is and putting yourself in the position to solve it. Passion will never make you rich. Pain, urgency, and necessity will. The question is, are you ready to stop chasing comfort and start chasing value that people cannot live without? Law 2. Be the fox, not the donkey. The world teaches you that hard work alone is the path to success. Work hard, carry your load, stay humble, and someday someone will notice. That is the story you have been told since childhood. But here's the brutal truth. Hard work does not equal wealth. Machiavelli knew this 500 years ago, and the lesson still applies today. The donkey works hard, sweats, struggles, and gets little in return. The fox studies the system, observes the rules, and finds the shortcuts. The fox uses leverage. The donkey is trapped in effort. The fox thrives through strategy. So, what is leverage? Leverage is getting more output for every unit of input. It is multiplying your effect while minimizing the energy you expend. There are 3 main types of leverage. Labor leverage, making other people work for you. If a donkey carries 1 stone at a time, the fox hires 10 donkeys and takes a percentage of every stone moved. You don't need to do all the work yourself. You need to organize the work so it flows through you. Capital leverage, making money work for you. The donkey saves coins in a jar, hoping they grow. The fox borrows those coins, invests them, buys assets, and multiplies his wealth while he sleeps. Your money should never just sit. It should create more money for you. Media and code leverage the modern frontier. A single piece of content, software, or system can reach thousands, millions even, while you only produce it once. This is the ultimate leverage. Work once, get paid forever. If your income is tied to your presence, you are a slave to time. Every hour you work is a finite resource, and when you trade it directly for money, you are losing a part of your life. The wealthy detach their income from time. They build machines, businesses, investments, content, software that earn continuously even when they sleep. Your goal is to become the fox, not the donkey. Observe, plan, use systems, and create leverage wherever possible. Being the fox also means thinking strategically. You must recognize traps that others fall into blindly. Most people think, if I work harder, I will succeed. That's the donkey mentality. The fox looks for the weak points in the system and exploits them. The fox uses intelligence, observation, and resourcefulness to make opportunities appear where others see obstacles. Ask yourself right now, is your time your slave, or is money your slave? If you are still trading hours for money, you are a donkey. If you are building systems that earn without your constant presence, you are the fox. The difference is not talent, luck, or genius. It is strategy. It is leverage. It is understanding the rules the system doesn't tell you and using them to your advantage. Summary: don't work harder, work smarter. Stop being a donkey that moves stones. Be the fox that commands the stones to move themselves. Build leverage in labor, capital, and systems. Free your time. Multiply your output. That is the path to real wealth. Law 3. Perception is reality. Here's a hard truth. You're not paid for what you're actually worth. You're paid for what other people think you're worth. The world does not reward talent, knowledge, or effort alone. It rewards perception. A brilliant consultant in a wrinkled shirt, timid voice, and constant eagerness will earn less than an average consultant who looks confident, speaks with authority, and is hard to reach. Why? Because clients and employers are buying confidence, trust, and the impression of value, not your effort or skill. Your price, your status, your influence, these are signals. Signals are what guide the world's decisions about you. Price too low, you attract cheap clients and opportunities. Price too high, you attract people who respect your value. Scarcity signals importance. Availability signals weakness. Every interaction you have, every image you present, every word you speak sends a message about who you are in the hierarchy. Look around. The people who are paid most, who are listened to, and who are followed, they don't just work hard. They appear indispensable. They create a perception of power, confidence, and authority. And this perception creates reality. If people perceive you as scarce, skilled, and valuable, the world will treat you that way. If people perceive you as weak, replaceable, or desperate, the world will take from you and leave you behind. This is not vanity. This is strategy. Machiavelli knew this centuries ago. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. The key is to control your image and signals. Dress well. Speak clearly. Respond selectively. Project calm confidence. Be difficult to reach, but essential when you show up. People must feel that they cannot afford to lose you. This gives you power over the game. It also applies to money. If you price your services too low, you are signaling cheapness, not value. If you undercharge because you know how easy something is for you, you are ignoring how difficult it is for your clients. Price is not just about payment. It is a signal of competence, demand, and status. Raise your prices and watch the quality of clients, opportunities, and partnerships change instantly. Perception works in social, professional, and business life. Even your online presence matters. Your digital footprint, the way you post, the way you interact, the way you present yourself, creates an impression of who you are. Make it signal value, not mediocrity. In every situation, ask, what am I showing the world? Am I the prize or the commodity? Remember, the world treats you according to how it perceives you, not how skilled or hardworking you are. Master perception, master influence, and suddenly opportunities start chasing you. People will want to pay for your time, your skills, your presence, because they believe you are worth it. Summary: you can be the smartest, hardest working person alive. But if people perceive you as weak, desperate, or replaceable, you will never get what you deserve. Build your image, control your signals, raise your prices, and be seen as indispensable. Perception is reality, and in wealth, it is everything. Law 4. Ruthless removal. If you want to get rich, one of the hardest lessons you will learn is this: wealth requires ruthless removal. That means removing everything that is holding you back: distractions, bad habits, weak mindsets, and even people who drain your energy. Most people fail because they are surrounded by negativity, comfort, and mediocrity. They tolerate things that keep them stuck, and they wonder why life isn't changing. Think about the people around you. Who are your friends? Are they ambitious, hungry, and focused on growth? Or are they always complaining about money, life, and the world? The truth is, you become like the people you spend the most time with. If you tolerate friends who complain, their mindset will slowly infect yours. If you tolerate partners who choose safety over freedom, they will anchor you to mediocrity. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He believed that a prince must remove anyone who does not serve the stability of the state. You must do the same for your life. Next, look at your habits. Are you scrolling social media for hours every day? Are you consuming content that makes you angry, envious, or distracted? Every hour you waste is a resource lost. You are giving your attention, your focus, and your energy to someone else, often someone who profits while you scroll. Your attention is the raw material of wealth. The more focused you are on creating value, the faster you will grow. Now examine your environment. Is it full of clutter, unnecessary distractions, or things that pull your focus away from growth? Remove them. If it does not help you build your assets, evict it. That includes apps, subscriptions, and even routines that waste your time. Focus is not just a skill. It is your most valuable resource. The ability to work for hours on one meaningful task without distraction separates the wealthy from everyone else. Finally, remove weakness from your mind. Fear, self-doubt, guilt, and people-pleasing are viruses that spread like poverty. If you let them live in your mind, they will destroy your ambition and your results. Surround yourself only with what strengthens you: knowledge, discipline, positive influence, and challenging goals. Every time you cut away the unnecessary, you make space for growth, opportunity, and power. This is ruthless, yes, but it is not cruel. It is necessary. Machiavelli would say, to protect power, one must remove the parasites. In life, your power is your time, focus, and energy. If you allow negativity, distraction, or weak influence to consume you, you are a slave. Remove everything that does not serve your future. Purge it. Summary: wealth is not just about making money. It's about removing the things that make you poor. Friends, habits, thoughts, distractions, they all cost you more than money. Cut them out ruthlessly. Protect your focus, your attention, and your environment. Build a life where every element supports growth. Only then can you create wealth that is unstoppable. Law 5. Shift your morality. Most people grow up hearing the same story. Money is evil and poverty is noble. You are told that rich people are greedy, selfish, and corrupt, and that being good means you should struggle, sacrifice, and feel guilty for wanting wealth. This idea is one of the biggest traps the system sets for you. It keeps you small, obedient, and powerless. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He taught that to succeed, a prince must learn how to be effective, not just good. Effectiveness is not evil, it's practical. It's about producing results, solving problems, and creating value in a world that doesn't care about your intentions. The market does not reward nice people. It rewards results. Selling value is not taking money. It is solving pain. If you save someone hours of work, money is simply the certificate of the problem you solved. Stop thinking of it as taking from others and start thinking of it as exchanging value. Being nice can be costly. The wealthy put their mission first. They do not apologize for saying no, enforcing contracts, or handling conflict. They are not cruel. They are indifferent to the opinions of people who do not matter. Niceness is a weakness in the accumulation of power. When you prioritize others' comfort over your mission, you give away opportunities, income, and influence. Machiavelli said it best: it is better to be feared than loved. This does not mean being a tyrant. It means being respected for your discipline, skill, and boundaries. To shift your morality, you must do two things: detach from guilt around money. Wanting wealth is not wrong. Solving problems for money is not exploitation. The world is a competitive place, and money is simply a tool to measure value. If you feel guilty about earning, you will subconsciously sabotage yourself. Shift your mindset. Wealth is freedom. Wealth is leverage. Wealth is the ability to create impact at scale. Prioritize results over intentions. Stop caring if people think you are greedy or obsessed. Stop letting fear of judgment control your decisions. If you open a business, you're competing for market share. If you sell a product, you're exchanging value for value. Success is measured in results, not how kind, humble, or morally good you appear. Shifting your morality also means being willing to do what most people won't. To be wealthy, you must embrace calculated risk, focus on efficiency, and make hard choices without apology. You must say no to distractions, to comfort, and to people who slow your growth. You must choose effectiveness over approval. Summary: the system wants you to feel guilty for wanting wealth. Forget that. Wealth is not evil. It is a measurement of impact. Stop being too nice. Stop seeking approval. Stop letting morality defined by others hold you back. Focus on results, value, and effectiveness. Shift your morality. Be ruthless with your priorities, disciplined in your actions, and relentless in your pursuit of wealth. The world does not reward good intentions. It rewards effectiveness. Law 6. Protect and multiply. Wealth. Making money is only the first step. Many people work hard, earn a decent income, and think they are successful. But then they spend everything they make and remain broke. This is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Wealth is not about how much you earn. Wealth is about how much you keep, grow, and use to create freedom. The system is designed to make you a consumer. Every advertisement, algorithm, and social pressure is engineered to take your money. You are constantly being encouraged to upgrade your lifestyle, buy the newest gadgets, cars, and clothes, often at the cost of your future wealth. The wealthy don't fall for this. They understand one simple rule: never buy luxuries with your labor. Instead, they buy luxuries with the returns from their assets. A car, a house, or a vacation should come from the income your investments generate, not from your paycheck. When you buy luxuries with labor, you are a slave to the thing you purchased. When you buy them with assets, the asset works for you. Building wealth requires a fortress, legally, socially, and financially. Legally, you must understand taxes, corporations, and structures that protect your money. Socially, you must practice discretion. The loudest, flashiest person in the room often has the most debt, because they are signaling wealth, not protecting it. True wealth is silent. It is secure. It is protected. Financially, you must multiply your money through investments, systems, and smart decisions. Don't just earn. Make your money earn for you. This could be through a business, real estate, stocks, or intellectual property. Every dollar you save and invest should be building another machine that produces more money, creating perpetual income. Protecting wealth also means protecting your habits, time, and focus. Most people lose money not through bad intentions, but through poor discipline. They waste hours scrolling social media, make impulsive purchases, and follow every trend instead of sticking to strategies that build and protect assets. The wealthy focus relentlessly on building systems that continue to generate wealth while they sleep. Another key: diversify, but don't overcomplicate. Multiple streams of income are good, but each stream must either grow or protect your freedom. Don't create noise, create leverage, automate income, hire help, build software or content that works once but earns continuously. Make your capital your worker. Machiavelli would say, a prince must always prepare for war, especially in times of peace. In the modern world, war means protecting your wealth against taxes, inflation, reckless spending, and economic shifts. The moment money flows in, think about how to fortify it, multiply it, and keep it safe. This is the real difference between the wealthy and everyone else. One spends everything they earn. The other builds a fortress that grows stronger with every step. Summary: wealth is not just about making money. It's about keeping, growing, and multiplying it. Avoid consumer traps. Buy luxuries with assets, not labor. Build legal, social, and financial fortresses. Automate and multiply your capital. Protect your time, focus, and attention. The wealthy don't just earn. They command their resources and make them work for them. If you want lasting wealth, you must do the same. Law 7. Time is the ultimate weapon. If there is one resource more valuable than money, it is time. The poor sell their time for money. The rich buy time to multiply their freedom and power. Every hour you spend doing low-value work, waiting in lines, or doing tasks that others could do for you, is an hour of your life that you will never get back. Time is finite, and once it is gone forever. The secret to real wealth is learning how to detach your income from your presence. Think about your daily life. How many hours do you spend doing tasks that someone else could do for far less than the value of your time? cleaning your own house, running errands, replying to emails that could be delegated. These are all examples of trading your most valuable resource for pennies. Machiavelli understood that a ruler cannot do everything. He must delegate, strategize, and multiply his effect through others. The same applies to you. This is where leverage comes in again, but applied to time. Leverage is not just about money or labor. It is about making every hour count exponentially. There are 3 ways to leverage your time: outsource, delegate low-value work to others, hire help for tasks that do not require your unique skill or attention. You cannot afford to do everything yourself if you want to scale your income and impact. Automate, build systems that handle repetitive work, use technology, software, or content that continues to work even when you are not actively involved. A YouTube video, a software program, or an online course can earn for years after being created once. Eliminate. Cut out low-value activities that waste your attention. Social media scrolling, unnecessary meetings, and distractions are thieves of your time. Remove them ruthlessly. The goal is simple. Your time should be worth far more than any task you perform. If a task could be done for $20 by someone else, and your time is worth $500 an hour, you are losing $480 every hour you do it yourself. The rich don't calculate income per task. They calculate income per hour of their attention. They invest their time where it has the highest impact, not where it is most convenient. Time also allows you to focus on high-value skills. The longer and deeper you focus on learning or building something meaningful, the more leverage and wealth you create. Focus is the ultimate competitive advantage. In a world full of distractions, the ability to concentrate for hours on a single, high-value activity separates the wealthy from everyone else. Finally, owning your time gives you freedom, and freedom is the real definition of wealth. When you no longer trade every hour for money, you can choose your work, your projects, and your life. You become the master of your schedule, and your decisions are no longer limited by the clock. Summary: time is your ultimate weapon. Stop selling it for pennies. Outsource, automate, and eliminate low-value work. Focus your attention where it produces maximum impact. Detach your income from your presence and build systems that earn while you sleep. Every hour saved, leveraged, or multiplied is another step toward true freedom and unstoppable wealth. Law 8. Hunt for unfair advantages. The world teaches you to play fair. School, society, and parents all tell you, follow the rules, be honest, work hard, and you'll succeed. But reality is brutal. The system rewards unfair advantages, not effort alone. If you want to create real wealth, you must learn to find your edges, your unique strengths, and use them strategically to gain leverage over the competition. An unfair advantage is anything that allows you to get more output with less effort than others. It can be your skills, your connections, your location, or even your obsession with a particular niche. The key is to identify something that others cannot easily copy or replace. This is what separates the wealthy from the masses. Average people compete in crowded spaces. Outliers dominate spaces where they have an edge. Think about it. If you are good at writing, don't just write occasionally. Become so good that nobody can match your skill in your niche. If you are great at sales, don't just sell products. Build systems, networks, and businesses that multiply your reach. Specialization is the gateway to monopoly. When you focus on your spike, you make yourself indispensable and untouchable. Unfair advantages also come from knowledge and information. Machiavelli would say, "A prince wins when he knows things others don't." Learn what others ignore. Study trends before they go mainstream. Understand markets before they explode. The more insight you have, the more leverage you create. Your knowledge, when combined with action, becomes power. Location is another form of advantage. Where you are, who you know locally, and what opportunities exist around you can give you a head start others lack. Some people are in cities with booming industries, while others are stuck in stagnant areas. Use your environment to your benefit. If your location isn't ideal, create virtual networks or digital influence to compensate. Obsession is perhaps the most powerful advantage. The world rewards those who go deeper and longer than anyone else. While others play and relax, the wealthy are quietly mastering their craft. Obsession gives you endurance, knowledge, and skill that others cannot match. It makes your edge permanent. Finally, leverage your unfair advantage to dominate, not just compete. Most people enter crowded spaces, fight over the same clients, and then wonder why they struggle. You, however, use your unique edge to create scarcity and necessity. Become the only solution that matters. Make yourself so valuable that the market has no choice but to reward you. Summary: the world is not fair. Playing fair will leave you behind. Hunt for your unfair advantages, your skills, knowledge, connections, location, and obsession. Focus on your spike until it becomes lethal. Specialize, dominate, and make yourself indispensable. Don't compete with everyone else. Monopolize the space where you have an edge. The wealthy don't just work harder. They work smarter using their unfair advantages, and that's why they win. Law 9. Stop hoping, start doing. Hope is a trap. Most people live their lives hoping for things to happen instead of taking action to make them happen. I hope I get a raise. I hope the economy improves. I hope I get lucky. These thoughts are comforting, but they are useless. Fortune does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who create it. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago when he wrote that fortune favors the bold. Waiting for luck, a government bailout, a rich relative, or a winning lottery ticket is a recipe for mediocrity. If you want to be wealthy, you must stop relying on hope and start relying on action, discipline, and planning. Hope is passive. Action is active. Waiting for a miracle keeps you small. Doing, learning, and building makes you unstoppable. Wealth is not about being lucky. It is about creating a system where your results are inevitable. The first step is to build skills that solve real problems. High-value skills give you leverage over others. They allow you to create solutions that people will pay for. Once you master a skill, apply it to a painful, urgent, and valuable problem. Don't wait for someone else to hire you or hand you the opportunity. Go create it yourself. Every successful person, every wealthy person, has one thing in common. They take responsibility for their results and refuse to wait for external forces to save them. The next step is to sell value relentlessly. Money is not taken. It is earned by solving problems that matter. Stop thinking of transactions as giving away money or taking advantage. You are exchanging value for value. If you have a skill, a product, or a service that genuinely helps people, charging for it is not greedy, it is fair. The world rewards those who deliver results, not those who hope others notice their effort. Once you have skill and value, buy assets that multiply your wealth. Assets can be businesses, investments, intellectual property, or systems that earn without your constant presence. Use your money to create more money. This is the cycle of wealth. Learn, create value, earn, invest, repeat. Doing this consistently turns effort into mathematical certainty. Discipline becomes more powerful than luck. Finally, understand this. Wealth is a matter of action, not emotion. Fear, guilt, and hope slow you down. Remove these distractions. Focus on the tasks that build your freedom and your power. Every day you delay, you trade hours of life for uncertainty. Every day you act, you move closer to financial independence, leverage, and freedom. Summary: stop hoping. Hope does not build wealth. Action does. Acquire high-value skills, solve painful problems, sell value, buy assets, and repeat consistently. Discipline beats luck. Doing boring, repetitive, meaningful work every day creates inevitable wealth. Wealth is simple, but only if you stop waiting and start doing. The blueprint is in your hands. Are you ready to build, or will you stay a victim? Closing plus CTA. The blueprint is clear. Stop hoping. Stop trading time for pennies. Stop waiting for luck. Wealth rewards the effective, not the nice. Leverage your skills, solve real problems, protect your time, and multiply your assets. If you're serious, take action today. Study these laws, implement one now, and execute ruthlessly. Subscribe for more strategies and unlock the hidden lessons that the system doesn't want you to see. The choice is yours. Stay a puppet or become the outlier.